Okay, now let's leave the Super Eagles and now talk about all the teams who are yet to qualify for the Nations Cup. Some groups really look interesting. Okay, let's start from Group A. Of course, South Africa already booked a spot with a game to spare. Nigeria second at Congo. And the thing about this particular group is Congo and Nigeria on same point, but Nigeria ahead of Congo just by a goal difference. So we have to beat South Africa very well for us to stand a chance of qualifying. Looking at Group B, Algeria already booked a spot, won all their games, all their matches, of course, 15 points from 5 games. That's a huge one, continuing what they did at the World Cup, at the Nations Cup qualifiers. Mali, Malawi, well, Ethiopia definitely out. Mali, Malawi, well, whatever happened, if Mali doesn't get a result, Malawi might just...
Mali playing at home to Algeria, so they, you know, I think the ball is in their court.
Might just see Malawi at the World Cup, at the Nations Cup. Burkina Faso and Gabon, this group is already sealed, so Angola, Lesotho definitely out of it. This group is sealed. Move over to Group D, which is really also very funny. Cameroon, of course, getting a spot already at the Nations Cup. Ivory Coast, they're yet to get a spot. All they need to do is to actually draw against Cameroon. And of course they get to qualify from that group. Now Group E, well, there's actually nobody there in that Group E. Ghana, Uganda, Guinea, Togo, all those teams actually stand a chance of booking a spot. Very funny. Yeah, everyone expected Ghana to actually
the last match when they went to Kampala, you know, played where they took on the Ugandans, the Cranes. Apparently, we felt they would go there and get a result, but they were beaten. They didn't get a point, so it makes the group now very, very interesting. 8-7, 7-6. Anybody can go through. Anybody can go through in this category.
I believe when Ghana was actually giving this group, everyone felt they were licking their fingers.
Same thing with Nigeria. Same thing with Nigeria.
Okay, Group F, you have Cape Verde and Zambia. This group already sealed. Cape Verde, Zambia have qualified for the Nations Cup. Mozambique and Nigeria Republic, of course, they definitely are out of it. Now let's move to Group G. Group G also, you have already sealed the 2 countries that are going to the Nations Cup. They've already qualified from the group. If you can see Group G, what it really looks like. That's really very fun. Of course, Group H also, you also have the countries already qualified. I'm talking about the group that has Tunisia and Senegal. Of course, these countries have qualified, and Egypt, well, for the 3rd time in a row, they could stand a chance of not qualifying. With Tunisia and Senegal already qualified, Egypt will definitely need to win their last game against Tunisia, third best finisher.
That seems, in fact, not just one, not one of the, just one, because just apparently there will be space for only one you know, 3rd place team, and apparently the way it seems, Congo are on 7 points. If Congo beats Sudan, they'll have 10 points. You know, assuming Nigeria also beats South Africa, so they'll be strong favorites for that particular position. The Egyptians are on 6 points. You know, so a whole lot of things going on now, and it's scary. They might not be admissions go for the 3rd consecutive tournament. Apparently, I think they've won their fair share, so apparently they want to give other people a chance to see if they can catch up.
Once they come in, they'll definitely win. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm not saying that, but apparently, you know, for them, that 3 peats they did, it was massive, you know, in the whole of Africa with the how competitive it is to, you know, football-wise in Africa, and they won the Nations Cup 3 times in a row. Come on, I think so. They have to chill a little bit, and you know, the generation of players also they retired, and Butreka, you know, the goalkeeper, and a whole lot of others. So they have young boys now. They are led by Mohamed Salah, the Chelsea player. You know, quite a young bunch, and expect to see them firing again on all cylinders in the next couple of years.
Okay, next couple of years. Wow, you're not even giving them that best. Okay, all right. From that now, let's move to Caterpillars, of course. They are the champions. And of course, for winning the Nigerian Premier League title, they will be going home with 15 million naira. That's really a huge amount of money from what was obtainable last year. Now, this is actually how they received their trophy, and of course, when they played Inaba against Enyimba. It was really a good one for Caterpillars, where for Enyimba, they would have really loved to win the title. But they have something. Umfam Udo is actually with 23 goals. That's something huge that you have to go home with. Well, we would have really loved to have the trophy, but you can't have both.
Yeah, and like Mfondo, great revelation this season. Of course, he's been consistent, you know, scoring regularly, not scoring 6 goals in one particular game, you know, scoring regularly all across the season. So I think a good one for him. But they should be satisfied.
That's a trophy.
Yeah, they should be satisfied with the fact that they are on the continent, you know. So I think they will try next season to win the league. Caterpillars, the 3rd time in a row. you know, so currently they are now the giants of Nigerian football, taking that title from Eyimba when they did it back in the day. They also won the Champions League. I think Canopilas just need to translate their home form onto the continent, and let's see if they would, you know, because the past 2 years on the continent, it's nothing terrible. So
yeah, it's nothing the right thing. That's a
like
celebration.
Man City.
Yeah, like Manchester City. Okay, let's go for a break now. Jurgen Klinsmann is talking about the game they will be playing against Ireland tonight, and it's going to be a crucial one for them. The last time they actually met was in 2002, but he believes this time around with the stadium they will be playing in, and of course the players also get a chance to have a good outing. It's going to be their last friendly for the year. Let's listen to him.
We're looking very much forward to it. I think, you know, for us it's just great to come to Europe and get tested, you know, and get benchmarked and get experience and hopefully improve our team going forward as much as we can, as quickly as we can. I think with Ireland we have a team that is on the rise, a team that is doing very well in European 2016 qualifiers. With obviously, as you know better than me, a bunch of players in the Premier League Championship. They're proven players. So that will give us another very strong and demanding test. And you see a lot of quality in that side. You know, they see the high tempo, you know, the energy that Ireland brings in there, the individual class with certain specific individual players. That we see that, and I think Martin is doing a tremendous job there, and so we get that benchmark. So it's going to be entertaining. That's my feeling.
Well, he's expecting a victory from the U.S. Facing Republic of Ireland tonight in one of the international friendlies. You also have others across the globe tonight, and I'm actually looking forward to the one between Portugal and Argentina. There's another one, Spain and Germany, the holders of the last 2 World Cups that have been played. Both of them will also be in action tonight. So which one are you looking forward to?
Spain, Germany. Portugal, Argentina, it's going to be about Ronaldo and Messi. You know, apparently you would say Di Maria playing at home, Ronaldo and Nani returning home because they'll be playing at Old Trafford.
Yes.
You know, it might not be what the hype. You know, because the Portuguese team. Yeah. They've been flattering to the sea for a long time, you know. So, and it's mostly Ronaldo, but the Argentines, there's Sergio Aguero, Carlos Tevez, you know, Angel Di Maria, Messi, a whole lot of other players. So apparently, I think that I might be leaning towards the Argentines. But the game I'm actually looking forward to is the one between Spain and Germany. The Germans are patchy form right now. Yes. They lost to Argentina, they lost to Poland, they beat Gibraltar. They were not convincing 4-0 winners over Gibraltar, and
they were even celebrating. The coach said the players put up the best performance.
Wasn't even that happy.
I'm talking about the coach of Gibraltar.
Yeah, the coach of Gibraltar was happy about the result, but the Germans were not happy, you know. So apparently, coming up against a Spanish side that is on the up, you know, after the debacle at the World Cup, apparently, I think it's something we should look out for. This will be a very competitive game. Yes, it's going to be a friendly match, but I think this will be more exciting than the Portugal-Argentina game. That is what I feel. Well, football, and it changes, so I might just see fireworks at Old Trafford.
Okay, I'm expecting that also. Now, England will be playing Scotland. You know, this is just a rivalry.
Passion.
For a long
Home
time.
Nations derby. It's been a while they played this game. You know,
it's been a while.
And trust me, every Englishman and every Scot, they want to be part of this particular game. Even if you're not fit, you will try their best to make sure, because it's massive. It's something they all want to be part of. So England doing well after the World Cup. You know, they've won 4 on the bounce. Talking about the qualifiers. Yeah. Apparently showing that they are on the up. The Scottish team also apparently playing well. The qualifiers doing really well. So I think this will be very interesting. Well, expect tenacity, passion. It's going to be all out. It's going to be all out. Forget the friendly tag. There's no friendly when these guys have played each other, because somebody always wants to win.
Okay, let's just listen to Roy Hodgson, what he feels about the game, the rivalry about Scotland and England.
I'm sorry, I mean, I don't really know why not. I don't think we necessarily need. How far back in history do you want to go if we're going to talk about any animosity between the two countries? If I go back, as I said to Nick, about my experience of England-Scotland, it was the game at Wembley last year. It was an excellent game, a very difficult one for us. We had to pull out all the stops and even show a little bit of fortune towards the end to win it. The fans were magnificent, the atmosphere was great. For me, that's the type of friendly, in inverted commas, that you want, because for me, we got the qualifying games, and they're the most important, because whatever we say, and I'm certain Gordon agrees with me, you know, qualifying and winning those matches and getting to France, that's got to be our be-all and end-all. But in between times, teams like us, and I'm sure now Scotland, we're trying to find fixtures which will test us, fixtures that will give, if you like, a flavour of matches to come. And as a result, you know, we really embrace this fixture. But I've got no reason at all to go down that sort of obvious English route that, you know, we don't like the Scots or the Scots don't like us, because in my lifetime I've not experienced it. I've got to be perfectly honest with you.
Okay, game has started. All right, now Manchester United will be facing Arsenal at the Emirates this weekend, but one man is injured, and of course Guus Himvik will be talking about him. But first of all, now looking at Man U this season, so I think this is the 24th player that will be injured.
You know,
what's happening to that squad?
The odds are not in the favour of that man, Louis van Gaal. Apparently, just this little international break, he's lost Danny Blind, he's lost De Gea. De Gea dislocated the finger, might be out for 4 weeks. Danny Blind would not know. 6 weeks? You know, 6 weeks, that's minimum, you know. So apparently we don't know how much it will be. And he's not been lucky with injuries, you know. At the point, Carrick had to fill in the defense. Danny Blind had to fill in the defense. I don't think so. I think everything is just conspiring against the man. But they will come good, like I always say. They will come good. When they have their full complement of players, I think they will come good. Falcao still doubtful. You know, he's not
he didn't play for Colombia. Eyes on his knee every time he gets to play
against the US. Apparently, he might not play again today. So, and they're coming up against an Arsenal side. Van Gaal will not be relishing this occasion right now, because especially in the defense, Marcos Rojo is out. You know, Paddy McNair, the young boy here, is also out. You know, so come on, not the best of times for Manchester United right now.
Okay, let's listen to Guus Himvik, what he had to say about Blind.
I'm not a doctor, but probably tomorrow he have an MRI, a checkup. But I'm rather negative. I think this medial ligament is twisted.
So that could be
or a rupture. I don't know. It might be a rupture as well. I don't know. We don't know. Tomorrow there will be more evidence for that through the MRI.
Thank you.
His rupture, that would definitely be bad. Okay, we'll wrap up the show with this. Now, Stetson have actually signed the most lucrative deal in U.S. professional sports.
Yeah, Giancarlo Stanton, he's a massive player. His slug is a hitter, and massive hitter, you know, $325 million.
That's huge.
14 years, that's an average of over $23 million a year in salaries alone. You know, not talking about endorsements and every other thing. So it just shows you how the Americans take their sports. Baseball is basically, it's huge, but it's basically played in maybe just a few countries that is big in those countries. I'm talking about Japan, Cuba, the North America, the CONCACAF region, football now. But I'm talking about the North Americans, Cuba, Puerto Rico, the U.S. and Japan, some parts of Asia, apparently. So, and imagine the kind of money that is being put up, you know,
okay,
about $20 million.
Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Anytime.
And of course, congratulations on, you know, your station actually won.
Yeah, station of the year. You can say I have the best of both worlds, working for CTFM Station of the Year and appearing on Channel's Station of the Year too. So apparently, I can ask for more.
Thank you so much for staying tuned on the program. Bye for now.
Gracias a todos los compañeros de la prensa escrita.